Hey there everybody, I'm the Lonely Hunter and today I'm bringing you some Battlefield 3 gameplay, and it is pretty unusual, pretty surprising for me to bring you this gameplay because I don't possess any skill, I don't possess any aim or patience to do well in this game and to bring you some decent gameplay, and I consider this to be kinda a long gameplay, and I usually get those because, you know, it's Battlefield, you will get long gameplays, and I don't skip anything, I don't skip any kill cams or me dying. It's all there for you to see. So I would like to use this gameplay to talk about some things. Now, some things that happened in 2012 as this year is wrapping up, as we'll see that 2013 is really close, and by the time you're watching this, maybe 2013 has come. So, you know, it's time for me to tell you about some things that happened, and of course to tell you about the future and what I believe will happen in 2013. First of all, you see me play this EA shooter right here. I love EA shooters, even though I play Call of Duty just because of the enjoyment, just because of the fun, and just because it is really accessible right now. It is really accessible. Like, I just open my console and I just play it. It's just simple like that. I don't want to get into a game that will drag for too long, and it will be just painful to stay in a game that you are losing for too long. So, you know, it's just like that. And I brought this gameplay right here because I want to see what the next big thing will be from EA multiplayer shooters. Well, it was Battlefield 3 and it still is on PC. This game is amazing, it has great graphics. If I had it on PC, oh well, I would rock it, I would still play it, and it is a shame that I don't have a version of any EA shooter like Medal of Honor or Battlefield on PC, because they have a player base there, and by saying a player base, I mean that in a couple days ago, while the map pack was out for Medal of Honor Warfighter, I tried to play that game to bring you guys some footage. I tried to go in there, I tried to play some games, but unfortunately I saw the servers, and the servers were empty. And by that I mean there were 2 servers that were populated, but there were only 2 to 4 people in them. I mean, 2-man lobbies, just 2-man lobbies being full with 2 people only, and playing on maps that are relatively new. Well, relatively new. It was only 1 day after the release, and I was trying to find people to play with, and I couldn't. I just went into a lobby with 2 other guys, and they were just sniping, one standing from one side of the map and the other was in the other side of the map, and it was kinda boring. It was kinda boring to watch, and it was kinda boring to play. So why bring you a gameplay about the new maps on some lobby that was truly empty? So it was pointless, and I really liked this game. It was a real disappointment that I couldn't find people to play with, and I would like to have it on the PC, because on the PC, from what I hear, there are still people, but I don't want to resolve this problem by pirating this game, going, "Arr, I'm a pirate and I'm gonna download this game right now." Nope, I don't wanna do this. I have my games on console, and I prefer them like that. So, talking about consoles, well, 2013, I mean, come on, this thing should stop. We should be teased with something. We should be teased with a trailer or some screenshots about the new consoles, because, you know, yeah, console gamers buy consoles because they don't want to upgrade their PCs to the optimal graphic cards, to the optimal hardware every now and then, to be up to par with the newer games. But you know, this just has a lifespan, this just has some time, and you don't need to keep the same console for 6 years. You can renew the console even faster, and you can make people buy the console, and there will still be a player base, and I truly believe that one. So for a new console to come out, I am really positive, and I really want this to happen in 2013, because look, for example, Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 is a next-gen game right now on the PC, graphically wise, and of course PlanetSide 2 is a next-gen game because of the epic scale of combat, and because of how many gamers can be playing at the same time. Well, too many games are now next-gen on the PC, and consoles are slacking off, so there should be something to resolve this issue. Well, of course, there are not only advantages with the new consoles coming out, there are also disadvantages. And by that I mean many games that I like, and many games that I am looking forward to in 2013 will be in current gen consoles, and I cannot see how this issue will be resolved. I cannot see how this problem will be solved, because Grand Theft Auto 5, which will be a massive game, which will be a great game, will be in current gen consoles by the looks of it. From what they say, it will be in current gen consoles, and I don't see that many people will stick to it after the new consoles come out. Well, they would like to upgrade, but of course there will be the loyal fans that will stay here. So by splitting the player base, by splitting people in two different systems, for example, let's say that one guy buys it for the PS3 and then the PS4 comes out, or whatever the name will be, I cannot see that people will stick to the game if they have a new console to play with. Or for example, if they have the game and they want to stick to the game, I don't think that they will go on and buy the next console that soon. So this will be harmful, because key titles will still be on current gen systems, and of course there will be another title which will be graphically intensive, and it will be a really great game. It is Crysis 3. I am really anticipating this, and I don't want this to flop, because Crysis 2 was a bit of a mess in the multiplayer, and the player base didn't stick to the game. There weren't many people that were just keen on playing, and after some months, players in consoles, especially that I am playing, this game didn't show up, and I couldn't find gamers to play there in lobbies, and sometimes the lobbies were laggy as shit, because I was waiting a lot of time to get into the matchmaking system, and yeah, it was pretty bad back then. It was pretty bad, but I hope that this changes with Crysis 3. I hope that they have made some welcome changes to the game that will keep people playing this game for more, and that will keep the game fresh, because by the looks of it, Crysis 3 is a really beautiful game. Crysis 3 is a really great game, and I love the graphic style of this game. I love the abilities you have, and it is an EA published shooter that I am really hyped about and I want to see. Well, another thing that has me concerned though, Battlefield 4. Well, I am looking forward to Battlefield 4 as well, but this is kinda far, you know, this is kinda far to look for. Well, it is gonna be in 2013, I think, but you know, I don't know if it is on current gen consoles or if it is on next gen consoles, because from buying Medal of Honor Warfighter, it had a coupon for the Battlefield 4 beta, and to have it as a coupon that you can redeem in these consoles, I don't know if the same system, if the same store will be on the next gen console, so that we can redeem it there if it is a next gen game. But I don't know if Battlefield 4 will be in current gen consoles with the graphics that it will have on PC. Man, I see now that the competition between consoles and PC will be stepped up, and we will see some great things from the PC, because right now we need that thing. We need games to be more vibrant, we need better colors, and we don't need all those things to be static. For example, plants, leaves, all that environment, we don't need that to be static. We need that to be destructible, we need that to be more interactive, and we need our games bigger, because let's face it, we had some problems with the previous Call of Duty titles that were RAM intensive, or we had some problems about the games having too many discs. For example, I cannot understand this thing. I cannot understand Medal of Honor Warfighter having two discs, one for single player and one for multiplayer. Well, for the Xbox 360. For PS3 it had one because it was Blu-ray, but it cannot justify the quantity that was in that game. It cannot justify all those things put in a disc, and I don't believe that it was worth it. I believe that it could fit in one disc. Oh well, those are decisions that they were made by the publishers, and I don't know who created that, but oh well, I cannot complain anymore about that. So I would like to see the games being on one disc no matter what, but anyway, I would like to see better and bigger games, and we will have this opportunity. Now imagine that, imagine a game that is open world, imagine a game that is a sandbox experience, for example like Grand Theft Auto 5. and this game, it has too many genres compiled into it. It has something like racing, it has something like first-person shooter into it as different parts. For example, you rule your life. For example, you have a different life as a criminal, let's say, and you do stealthy stuff all the time. The stealthy part of the game is just like the best stealthy part from any other game that is coming out. So let's say that we will have better games, bigger games that will have all these things in combination, and they will be truly amazing. So other things that I look forward to, apart from the new consoles, that we may be teased with some screenshots, we may be teased with some trailers, but we may not be teased with anything. I don't know, we may not receive anything from that, and that might be kind of disappointing. So apart from that, there are some other games that are coming out in 2013. Well, of course, there is the Tomb Raider rebooting, and of course there is the Devil May Cry rebooting. I am not truly sure if they will do something good with those reboots. I saw that Devil May Cry had lowered the difficulty a lot. From what I saw from the demo, I saw that the demo was truly easy, and the franchise wasn't about that. It wasn't about button mashing, and I have played Devil May Cry 4 on the PS3, and it was amazing. It was amazing, the combos and the art style. Oh well, the art style still remains, and the level design still remains. It is adorable, and I truly like it in the new Devil May Cry. But of course, the reboot of the series doesn't look that good. Also, the Tomb Raider having multiplayer, well, who thought of that? I don't know what will happen in the multiplayer. Will you be able to find dinosaurs? Will you be able to kill people? Like, you will have too many Tomb Raiders in the game. I don't know. But yeah, story-driven games having multiplayer in an unjustified way. Man, this thing cannot happen. Maybe because of the lack of features, maybe because the game is lackluster itself, maybe because games lack something, and maybe because the games are not just as good by themselves. They want something as a supplement, they want something to make it worth your while, they want something to be a bang for your buck or something. They want this to be enticing for you to buy the game, maybe because of that. But probably we will have those reboots out, we will be able to try them, and we will be able to form our opinions better on these games. So about the Call of Duty content right now, we saw that DLC is coming, we saw that there is a new gun in the game that will be either in the zombies or in the multiplayer, and I want to see DLC weaponry in Call of Duty, because you see that in Battlefield. You see that in Battlefield they had implemented many new guns in the DLCs, and that was a really great addition. A really great addition because it keeps the game fresh, and up to now there is a huge player base playing Battlefield, and this leads up to the premium. This leads up to the membership that those people pay to play the game, just to have the DLCs first, and it is really worth it. It is worth getting that, and I cannot find the same bang for my buck when it comes to the season pass for Call of Duty. If I had to compare those, yeah, it isn't that good. It isn't that good because let's say that Call of Duty releases a map pack that is full of zombie maps. I don't really play zombies, then I wouldn't really try to pick up that. So if I had the season pass, I would pay for that in advance, and I wouldn't like spending my money on that. So I wouldn't save money in that regard. But with Battlefield, you know what you get, you know the guns that you get, and you know the guns that are good, and everything is in a good balance. But when it comes to balance, I see that Black Ops 2 is coping well with that. Is having a really good deal of balanced guns, and everything looks cool in that game. So everything is right, everything is well, everything runs smooth. So you see that there are not many complaints from me there. So other things now, life-wise, because this is just gaming. Life-wise, I would like to be stable in what I do in university, because things are getting a bit difficult. oh well, we will cope on that. That is just life-wise a small fraction that I would like to share with you guys. So now back to gaming. What we saw in 2012 wasn't kinda disappointing, because we had a lot of games that were great. We had a lot of single-player experiences that were great. Dishonored first of all, and then of course Far Cry 3 and many others that were awesome games and really great. So apart from that, we had some multiplayer experiences and some surprises in the multiplayer that were amazing as well. We had Guild Wars, and we had also PlanetSide, which PlanetSide, it is a really great first-person shooter because it has this massive scale with a lot of players that are playing at the same time with a lot of vehicles, and it adds this sci-fi element to it that is kinda Halo-ish, and it is really nice to see that people are playing in the same server and in the same map, and the map is progressively changing. I would like to see that in future shooters, because we always want to see more from our shooters, right? And we will see that in next-gen consoles for sure. We will see that there will be more generated maps from users, and we will see that there will be more DLC for shooters. Shooters will be bigger, because I see that the genre is a bit stagnant right now. Even though there are many shooters coming out, there are not many things to consider when it comes to maps. Shooters will have 12, 14 maps or just 20 maps in total with DLC, but let's say that shooters in the future will have even more maps and will have the opportunity to expand to even greater limits. So sky is the limit, we may reach it, I don't know. So these are my thoughts for what happened in 2012 and what will happen in 2013. This was just a quick roundup. I hope you enjoyed this mixed bag of ideas. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it. I am out, guys. Peace.